Good morning, Year 3. Welcome to Friday's lesson, the last lesson this week. You've all done absolutely fabulous, and I hope to see you this afternoon when we pick up our learning packs. So please write down today's short date and the learning objective, which is to continue to understand bar charts. So we've done it a little bit this week with bar charts, so we're just going to continue some more. Pause the video and give yourself some time. Right, are we ready? Let's crack on. So to warm up, I want you to look at this bar chart and interpret the data to answer these questions, please. So how many people preferred pepperoni pizza? How many people chose cheese than tuna? How many people took part in this survey altogether? So remember, we have our title. Every time that we have a bar chart, we have a title. We have on the x-axis the ingredients that we have, and on the y-axis we have the scale of numbers going up. So how many people preferred pepperoni pizza? Let's have a look. So we've got pepperoni pizza, go across, follow the line, and we get to the number 20. So 20 people preferred pepperoni pizza. How many people chose cheese than tuna? So you've got to look at cheese and look at tuna and work out the difference. So the difference is 20. How many people took part in this survey altogether? So you need to count each amount. So 30 people chose cheese, 10 chose tuna, 30 chose ham, and 20 chose pepperoni. Add them all together, and that equals 75. Let's move on. So let's get ready to learn. So here is a pictogram that we've been looking at earlier this week, and it shows the number of people visiting an art gallery. So we've got the days down here, and we've got the number of visitors represented here. Remember to look at the key to see how much each square represents, and we know that each square represents 10 visitors. So what I want you to think about is what information can you find out from this pictogram. Pause the video to give yourself some time. So from this information, we can notice that 30 people visited on Friday. So let's check. 10, 20, 30. That's correct. Saturday was the busiest day. We can see that Saturday has more visitors, and it has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 visitors. We can also say that there were 85 visitors over the weekend. So the weekend is Saturday and Sunday. Add those two amounts together and we get 85. And there were 140 total visitors in that week. You can also notice other things too. Like I noticed that the gallery isn't open on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because that is the dates aren't in this column here, so they must not be open on that day. You might have noticed some more information, so well done if you noticed any of these that we've talked about. So what we can do now is we can use this pictogram and the data that we've got and put it onto our bar chart. So the title would be Art Gallery Visitors, or the number of visitors at an art gallery. And at the x-axis you will write the days that the gallery is open, and going up you will write the scale of how many people will go there. Does this scale work? Pause the video to give yourself some time. Let's have a look together. So it could work if each one of these represented one visitor. But as we know, it doesn't, it equals 10. So we need to change that to a larger number that would work. So would this work? Counting up in tens, would that work? And remember as well, each number we need to count up the same amount each time. So this would work. So let's plot this on our graph. So Thursday we have 10, 20, 5 people. So there is 25, and we can draw our tally chart up to there. You draw this in your book and continue the rest of this data, please, and then click play to check your answers. So let's continue. On Friday we have 30 customers. On Saturday we have 50 and on Sunday we have 35. So give yourself a tick if you plotted this correctly. Now sometimes we can switch our axes around. So we can have the names or the things up the side, and we can have the scale and the numbers along the bottom. So, but they mean the same. So this girl down here, her name is Eva. Can you tell me how many tennis matches, how many points Eva scored playing tennis, please? So let's find Eva's name. Let's go across. Let's go down. She scored 40 points. Well done. Now Eva's got a question. I scored the same number of points in tennis and basketball because my bars are the same size. So if we look at Eva's, their bars are the same size. So she must be correct. Has Eva done anything wrong? Have I done anything wrong? Have a think and look carefully at each chart to see what we have got wrong. Well done. As you can see, the scale that goes along the x-axis at the bottom is different. So this one goes up in tens and this one goes up in fives. So let's see. In tennis, Eva scored 40. How many did she score in basketball? So go to Eva, go across and down. She only scored 20 points. So Eva is incorrect because the scale is different, therefore her points are different. There we go, it's just showing what we've said. Well done. So can you answer these questions now? So there's one person in both of these charts that scored the same number of points in both games. Can you try and find out who that is? And how many more points did Amir score in tennis than basketball? So that way you've got to figure out how much Amir scored in tennis and the difference between tennis and basketball. Pause the video and give yourself some time. So let's have a look at the first question. Who scored the same? We can see that Annie scored 25 because it's in the middle. And let's have a look on this side. She also scored 25 there. So Annie scored 25 in both games. How many more points did Amir score in tennis than basketball? So he scored 50 in tennis and 10 in basketball. So you can work out the difference by subtracting or counting on, whichever you find easiest. Either way, their answer is 40 more points. So your activity today in your maths book is to do today's worksheet, Friday the 26th of February. Please can you draw your bar charts and tables in your math book, and please use a ruler if you have one to practice your presentation skills. Remember, each chart must have a title and must have an X that goes across axes and a Y axis. One that shows the words or the things that we have, and the other one shows the scale of how much. Thank you for joining in with all your maths lessons this week. I can't wait to look at all your learning. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll speak to you Monday. Bye.